Hi there. Today I am going to show you how to reverse code items in Excel. It's a pretty simple process. The data that we're going to be using today is data from an article that I published in the Journal of Business Research, and we're looking at semantic differential scales. I've already ordered the data here so you can see exactly how these are reverse coded. So from here we have bad to good, and so it's from negative to positive. And at the opposite end, we have unpleasant to pleasant, which is also negative to positive. But if you see here in the middle, we have those that are ranging from positive to negative, satisfactory to unsatisfactory, and favorable to unfavorable. So these items are actually ranging from negative to positive. So in this case, it would be best for us to reverse code these three items here in the middle of our table. So I've already gone and done that here, but I want to show you how easy it is to do this reverse coding procedure, especially if you make this into a table. So I'm going to copy this over to a new sheet that way you can see how easy it is. And what I will do here is we will create a column. And so it's pretty simple. I've created that new column there, and I am just going to come over here and copy this because it matches exactly what I want to do. So whenever you're doing this, because this scale that I used, I had the items range from 1 to 5. To reverse code this, I would need to have a formula that starts with the equal sign. And because I had it go from 1 to 5, I would need to start with one larger than 5. So I would need to start with 6, and I would subtract the cell that I'm looking for. So in this case, I'm reverse coding the positive to negative scale item. So I would select that, and it would actually fill in all of this for me. So I don't really have to do a whole lot of work here because Excel, if you have your data set up as a table, it makes it really easy for you to reverse code that item, and it automatically fills in your series for you. Now, what I want to really mention here and why it's really important for us to reverse code is because it has direct implications on whenever you're making a composite of your scale. That is an average. Typically, we take an average of that scale. So it has direct implications. Your average of that scale is going to be off if you don't reverse code your items, and it's going to hurt your reliability. So your Chromebox alpha value is going to be way off if you don't reverse code. And so I'll show you our Chromebox alpha. I've already done this here. So this is when we don't reverse code our items. We get a really weird Chromebox alpha. Our Chromebox alpha only ranges from 0 to 1. If you get a negative value or some strange value here, then you know that you're totally off and you need to do something about it. The other thing is, whenever we're looking at these columns, you'll notice that the average here is really strange. So here our average is 4, close to 4 here, 3.99, but these are all very low, 2.16, 2.16, and 2.18. So you can tell that something is off about your data already, that you didn't really reverse code because they don't match the items. So I went and I did an ANOVA with the reverse coded items, and you can see here that our alpha value, Chromebox alpha, is as we would expect. It's very reliable. It's about 0.91 here. And our averages for each of the scale items, once they've been reverse coded, they are pretty consistent across the items, 3.83, 3.83, 3.81. So all of these are pretty consistent as far as what we would expect once we actually do the reverse coding procedure. So it is really important to do that reverse coding. I showed you how to do that. I've done that for all of our variables here. So that's how I did the ANOVA for these variables. and then I did the ANOVA for these variables with the reverse coded items. The last thing that you would do here is you would make this composite. And what we could easily do is we could make this a table, since I haven't already done that, and format this as a table. So we could go across here, and we're going to take the average. So we can easily go here, and that will allow us to take an average by selecting those cells that we want. So I have selected the cells here that are going to constitute our average, and it will take an average for us and go all the way down and autofill um, to make that composite scale that we want. So I've shown you how to reverse code. I've shown you how reverse coding can impact your Chromebox Alpha value, and I've shown you how to create a composite of a scale. If you have any questions about any of these things, feel free to email me at kt.manus@ttu.edu. Thank you.